Opponents of military rule in Myanmar on Tuesday marked the one-year anniversary of the army's seizure of power with a nationwide strike. New data points to increasingly violent and deadly clashes between the regime and armed civilian groups, which are pushing the country to the brink of civil war. After almost 1 year since the coup, in Myanmar we still have many people being killed every single day by the military, and the world isn't watching. The military council is still committing crimes against humanity, like arresting civilians, burning villages during the war with People's Defence Forces in ethnic areas. We're still facing torture, killing and oppression. What do we want? Democracy, chant protesters in Myanmar's second biggest city, Mandalay. They were defying threats from the authorities, who recently announced that the protesters could be charged with treason under an anti-terror law. Young people in Myanmar experienced a taste of freedom and technology in recent years, and we only want to follow this way. We don't want to jump down a dark hole again. If we're living under the military council, our souls will be dead. We won't have any opportunities, any chances in our lives. Almost 1,500 civilians have been killed and over 11,000 arrested in the ongoing crackdown, according to a local monitor, with rights groups accusing the regime of torture and extrajudicial killings.
Well, for more on the situation, let's talk now to Phil Robertson. He's Deputy Asia Director for Human Rights Watch. Thanks for taking time to speak to us again here on the programme. Just how would you describe the situation currently in the country?
It's a deepening spiral of resistance and violence against a military government that is using excessive and lethal force on a regular basis against the people of Myanmar, trying to reassert control. This is a tug of war between the people of Myanmar and this military junta.
The opposition groups have decried the very fact that we know next to nothing about Aung San Suu Kyi, as well as the heavy-handed violence which the military rulers have been dishing out over the last 12 months. How would you describe the international reaction, or perhaps lack of?
The international reaction has been woefully short of what is needed. I mean, we're talking about over 1,500 people killed, well over 10,000 people detained by this military junta. We have some sanctions from the EU and the US, Canada, but it's not enough. Many other countries like Australia, Japan, South Korea, which are major investors in the economy in Myanmar, have done nothing. The UN Security Council is hopelessly divided. We've been demanding that they impose a global arms embargo against this military junta, and that they refer the situation in Myanmar to the International Criminal Court, because there are crimes against humanity being committed every day against the people of Myanmar. But the UN Security Council does nothing. It is hopelessly divided, and China and Russia are continuing to defend the indefensible, these horrible rights abuses, by their lack of action at the Security Council.
So what do you think it is, then, that's going to make a difference?
Well, I think they're going to see increased international pressure. I mean, obviously, we're not giving up, and nor are other campaigners around the world. But also, I think it's the people of Myanmar who have recognized that they're most likely on their own. This struggle is one that they feel that they have to win. This is by far and away the most widespread and systematic resistance to a military government that we have seen in modern Myanmar history. So I think that there's a fair opportunity that they may win if they continue to persist. But it's going to be a lot of bloodshed, rights abuses, and other serious problems in Myanmar before this is all over.